Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a while since I've uploaded last, so I apologize for not having a video out last week. But this week I wanted to share with you guys our July budget and things that we did well and things that we didn't do so well that we need to improve on for August. So this month of July has been a bit crazy for us, and those things affected our budget. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of backstory about this last month that will help explain our budget a little bit more. So first off, as you can tell, I'm in a different room today filming, and that is because Jacob and I are moving. And we're not moving very far. We're going to still be in the greater Portland area, but we're actually moving in with my parents. And I know what some of you are thinking, why are you moving in with your parents? You guys are married on your own. I know, I get it. And believe me, I did not plan on moving in with my parents after I got married either. But this is going to be a great opportunity for us, and I think it's going to be very helpful for us down the road. So Jacob and I moved into this apartment in July of last year once we got married. And so our 1-year lease was going to come up in July. And about April, May time, we were noticing how expensive our rent was going to be. Rent was going up $200 a month for our little 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. And believe me, it's absolutely nothing fancy. It's just a very standard apartment. But it's getting to be so expensive to live here in Portland. Rent is just going through the roof. It's outrageous. And so rent was going up to be so high, and we knew that we really couldn't stay here. So we were trying to check out all of our options, seeing other apartments in the area, and we even considered moving to another city in the hopes of having a cheaper place to live, because Portland is just crazy. But we felt like we really still needed to be here in Portland. And my parents then approached us and were very generous and offered for us to stay with them for a little bit of time so that we could save up and, put a bunch of money toward our loans and avoid that rental cost. And, we really thought about it and prayed about it a lot over the last few months, and we really decided that this would be the best for us. So we are moving in with my parents next weekend, which is crazy. So we've been doing a whole lot of packing, and our living room is a disaster right now, trying to get boxes all organized and get everything done in there. So it's been a little crazy, but I'm very excited for these next few months as we move in with my parents and are able to save so much money, you guys. We'll be able to put so much to loans and just be debt-free that much quicker. And so we're really looking forward to that. That is our huge goal together as a couple. Jacob and I are really on the same page about all of our finances, and we are both so ready to be debt-free and be done with our student loans. So I think that this is going to be great for us, so that we can put money toward our student loans, and then we'll be able to save for a house that much quicker. So I'm not planning on being with my parents for too long, just enough time that we can just save a bunch of money and put toward our loans. So it'll be good. It'll definitely be an adjustment for us, but I think that we're both very excited about it and excited about the opportunity that will come out of being with my parents for a little bit. And we're also very thankful for all of our families for supporting us with this and encouraging us to be debt-free. That is just a huge blessing to us, and very thankful to my parents for wanting to host us for a little bit of time. So that will be great. So then once we decided that we were going to be moving in with my parents, it has been a crazy month trying to pack up and get everything in order to be able to move. So there's been some costs associated with that. Also in the month of July was our anniversary. Our 1-year anniversary was on the 18th, so that was really fun. We both took off the day of work, which is great, and we just spent time together and went out to dinner. It was really nice to just be able to spend time with one another. And then another thing happened in July was my birthday, which I posted a vlog about, which I will link up above. And I did a bunch of fun things, went and did a bunch of free, cheap things, which was great. It was really fun to be able to go celebrate my birthday. Again, we took the day off of work, which was nice. But so I know that there's some costs associated with birthdays and anniversaries and all those great things. Another thing that happened this month, which was not so great, was that Jacob's grandfather passed away. And he had been sick for some time, so His grandma and grandpa live about an hour's drive from us, so we had driven to see them a few times right before he passed, and then had also driven down there a couple more times for a funeral and things like that. So you'll see those in our budget as well that I'll share, but it's been an interesting month of all these wonderful celebrations of birthday and anniversary, but also such a hard month of Jacob losing his grandfather. And he is such a great man, and he will definitely be missed. So it's been quite a month, but I guess now we'll get into the budget of it all. So as you notice, I have my handy dandy computer here with my spreadsheet, so I love having that. To start off our budget, food. I normally budget about $250 for the month for groceries and things like that. And we always shop on the weekends, which I'm very thankful Jacob goes grocery shopping with me, which is great. But this month of July, we actually had 5 weekends. So I normally budget $250 for each month, but I was expecting it to maybe be a little bit more in July. But since we are now planning on moving, we are just trying to eat up everything else that's in the cupboards. So therefore, our July food budget was actually low. It came in at about $243, so just right below that $250 mark. So that was a plus. That was great. We did great on food, trying to eat up everything, and we're doing that right now too, just eating up all of our food before we move. Now, our second expense was gas. And I normally budget about $50 for gas because Jacob and I both take public transportation to our jobs downtown. So we really don't spend a lot on gas, just normally visiting some close by family and doing little activities here and there. So we normally don't spend very much. But like I said, this month we had a lot of things that we were doing. We've been moving a few loads to my parents' house. So we've been driving a bit there, and then also to visit Jacob's family about an hour away. So we've had a few more driving expenses. So our gas budget was $104. So our gas budget doubled, which I know we don't spend much on gas anyway, so it wasn't that bad that we spent that much. We had extra, in savings and all that stuff, so it was totally fine, but just a lot more than what we expected. Now, miscellaneous is another category that I have in our budget, and I normally budget about $80 to this. I feel like we just buy so many random things sometimes that we need. Like yesterday we just went to the store for Band-Aids, so that really wasn't budgeted for, so I just put that in our miscellaneous column. And then too, I normally put things like birthday treats or anniversary things or something like that in miscellaneous, so that is why miscellaneous was a little bit high this month with all of our birthday anniversary festivities. So I normally budget $80, but we were at about $140, so it was a bit more, and I know that is because of birthdays and anniversaries. So I know that I definitely need to be better about actually creating a new category for that and budgeting out this much for birthdays, this much for anniversary, so that isn't all in just one giant miscellaneous category. So that's definitely something that I realize I need to do and will work on for coming months. So as far as our other expenses go this month, they were all pretty standard. Things like our phone, insurance, electricity, internet, those were all very standard to what they are every month, so that was great. One more unexpected thing that happened in our budget in July was getting new brakes for my car. So I know that we actually knew that we kind of needed new brakes for my car. They weren't too great, and I drive a 98 Camry, so she's a little old and needs to be taken care of. So we took the car in to get looked at, and they definitely said, yes, you need new brakes, and it was going to cost more than what we had expected. So the brakes ended up costing us $335, and I got my front and back brakes done as well as a nice oil change. So got to stay up on those routine maintenances to keep your cars in order, which I totally get, but that was just so much money to take out of our budget. But we were able to do that just fine. That just meant that we put a little bit less to our loans that month. So again, it wasn't the best expense, but we had the money for it. We also have an emergency fund, but we knew that this was coming up for a few months, so we had set aside a little bit each month so that we could afford to have our brakes done. So it ended up working out. Not so fun to spend $300 on an old car, but you gotta keep up on it, so I get that. So because of the breaks, we put less to our loans, like I said, so we did a little over $1,000 on loans this month, which I wish we could have done more, but we'll be able to do some more in August now that we are moving to my parents' house and we're gonna have fewer expenses for rent and things like that. I'm also very excited for September because that is a 3 pay period month for us, so we're excited to have that extra paycheck, and that just goes straight to paying off loans. So we're very excited for September, and we'll be back on track with getting our loans taken care of. I know that we have some more moving expenses that will be coming up in August. We've just had a lot of more driving back and forth to my parents' house to get things loaded there and get things moved. And we're also going to just rent a U-Haul for the day of our move, just so that we can be sure we have enough space to keep everything, to haul everything to my parents' house. So that'll be an additional expense, but since I know that we're moving, I'm able to budget for that for the month of August, have a little moving budget in there, so that'll all be good. I also updated our gas budget for August to be about $100 this month, so I know that we're going to be spending more on gas trying to get everything moved. So that is it for this vlog. So I want to hear from you guys. How was your July budget? What did you do well? What do you need to do better for next time? Also, have any of you guys ever moved back into your parents? How was it? I'd love to know. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more vlogs on budgeting and life and all those good sorts of things. Also, thank you guys so much. I know that in one of my previous vlogs I asked you guys to help me get to 50 subscribers, and I'm now at 59, so I'm super excited. Thanks for helping me with that, you guys. So with that, I will see you guys next week. Bye.